Once upon a time, in a small village tucked between quiet mountains, there lived a 26-year-old young man named Ethan. Ethan's mind was always crowded. Thoughts rushed in and out all day, pulling him toward the past he regretted and the future he feared. Because of that, his heart felt heavy, his sleep was shallow, and even his smile began to fade. One day, Ethan heard about a distant village hidden in the hills. People said a wise old man lived there, a man who had once been a respected psychologist in the city. He had spent his whole life helping people find peace in their minds. Now, in his old age, he had left the noise behind and moved to a quiet place close to nature, where he offered simple guidance to anyone who visited. Hearing this, Ethan felt a spark of hope. Maybe he can help me, he thought. So after several long and tiring days of travel, Ethan finally reached the peaceful hill village. There, covered in green leaves and soft sunlight, was a small wooden house. On the porch sat the old man, eyes closed, breathing slowly, like nothing in the world could disturb him. Ethan walked closer and said gently, "Sir, my mind never stops. I'm tired of thinking. I want peace. Can you help me?" The old man opened his eyes and offered a calm, warm smile. "So, you're looking for peace," he said. "Come with me. I'll give you a small task." He led Ethan into the yard, filled a glass with water all the way to the very top and handed it to him. "Walk to the edge of the village and come back," he said. "But remember, don't spill even a single drop." Ethan was surprised, but determined. He took a deep breath, held the glass carefully, and started walking. The road was narrow and lively. Children were laughing. Shopkeepers were calling out to customers. Dogs were barking in excitement, but Ethan didn't look at any of it. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass. Step by steady step, he protected every drop of water. People watched him with curiosity, but they didn't disturb him. They could tell something meaningful was happening. At last, Ethan returned. "Sir, I did it," he said proudly. "Not a single drop spilled." The old man nodded. "That's good," he said. "But tell me, did you notice the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Ethan shook his head. "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was focused only on the glass." The old man smiled again and spoke gently. "That is the secret, something you already had inside you. When your mind stays in the present moment, fear disappears, confusion fades, the noise becomes silent. While you focused on the water, your mind became still. You weren't sad about the past. You weren't anxious about the future. You were simply here." Slowly, Ethan began to understand. Peace isn't something we chase outside ourselves. Peace appears naturally when we return to the present moment. Ethan bowed his head and whispered, "Now I understand. If I want a calm mind, I must stay with the here and now." That's where real peace lives. The sun began to set, painting the ground in warm golden light. Birds flew back to their nests, and the village grew quiet. Ethan started his journey home not as the restless young man he had been, but as someone who had finally learned how to quiet his mind. And from that day forward, he carried peace with him wherever he went.